The story of King Hezekiah is quite interesting. So he reigned at the age of 25. Bago yun, ang kanyang tatay ay si King Ahaz. Now, si King Ahaz, kakaiba to. Why? Because he caused the entire nation to go deep into idolatry. He even sacrificed his own son just to worship the gods of Canaan. He made a replica of the altar of the Assyrian gods, no? Kasi akala niya, okay, if I worship the Assyrian gods, I would also be successful just like they are, no? He placed it in the temple of the Lord. He basically desecrated the Lord's temple. He messed up everything. And they were in the mercy of the Assyrians. So after namatay itong si Ahaz, Hezekiah decided, I'm going to get back to the Lord. I'm gonna get it right. Okay? Gusto kong magbalik loob sa Panginoon. Lahat tayo kailangan magbalik loob sa Panginoon. So he made tremendous reforms. He obeyed the Lord and the Lord did not abandon him. The Lord was with him and he succeeded in all his endeavors. Okay? He rebelled against the king of Assyria and he refused to submit to him. So this is the very interesting story in the career of Hezekiah. So Assyria by this time was really a threat because they have already swallowed up the northern kingdom of Israel, no? Now, they are going to be next. So, ang plano ni Hezekiah is, I'm just gonna pay tribute to these guys and hopefully they go away. Hindi na nila ako guguluhin. But that didn't go well. The threat became greater. The intimidation mas naging matindi. No? And eventually, ginawa na niya ang lahat but he couldn't fix this problem, this crisis. So, he decided, okay, I'm going to bring this case to the Lord. He prayed to the Lord. He brought his concern to the Lord. And the greater the threat coming from the Assyrians, the greater the intimidation, the harder he prayed. No? Ultimately, this is all he can do because there is nothing else, no, na kaya niyang gawin para protektahan yung sarili niya at yung kanyang bansa against this greater, more powerful enemy. He did everything he can and at the end of the day, it was all in God's hand. So finally, one night after dinner, the angel of the Lord went out and killed 185,000 Assyrian soldiers. When they got up in the morning, they find out na namatay na pala yung army, no? Karamihan sa kanila ay decimated. So they decided, we're just gonna pack our bags and go back to Nineveh. So folks, bakit ko kinikwento sa inyo itong storya na to? Because I believe every crisis is an opportunity to get back to God, to experience His power and deliverance. Now, our predecessors, or even the people na nasa paligid natin, they may have failed. They may have failed to get back sa Panginoon. They may have walked farther and farther from God, but we don't have to make the same mistakes. If we are willing to humble ourselves to God, nothing is too late and nothing is hopeless. We can always turn around, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult and hopeless the situation might look like. You see, we have to admit, sometimes all we can do is complain. Sometimes, even if we complain, na magsawa ka sa kaka-complain mo, walang mangyayari. There are things that are simply out of our control. Kahit na ginawa mo na ang lahat ng kaya mong gawin. And all we can do is come to the Lord and trust Him to bring deliverance sa ating mga crisis. And that's the thing that I want to encourage everyone. You see, we will always have our enemies. It doesn't matter if it is COVID, it doesn't matter if it is high gas prices or corruption. The louder the threat, the louder the intimidations, the greater, no, the enemy, the harder we should pray. Para nang sa ganun, God will deliver us from the hand of our enemies. And with that, God bless.